Hello everyone, this is Chandan from Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering, Bangalore. In this video, let's learn about allocation methods. Contents we are going to learn are allocation method, description, types of allocation method with advantages and disadvantages, mechanism used to resolve the disadvantage of index allocation, purpose of allocation method. In this slide, let's learn about allocation method. It's a method that defines how files are stored in the disk blocks. There are different ways by which operating system stores information in the memory blocks. The main idea behind this method is to provide efficient disk space utilization, fast access to file blocks. There are three main disk space or file allocation methods. They are contiguous allocation, linked allocation, and indexed allocation. From this slide, let's see about all the three allocation methods. Firstly, let's see about contiguous allocation. In this method, each file occupies a contiguous set of blocks on the disk. For example, if a file requires n blocks and the starting location given is block B, then the block assigned to the file will be as b plus 1, b plus 2, b plus n minus 1. This means starting block address and length of the file can be determined the blocks occupied by the file. The directory entry for a file with contiguous allocation contains address of starting block, length of the allocated portion. The file made in the following figure starts from block 19 with 6 blocks of length. Therefore, it occupies the blocks like 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 and 24. Advantages of contiguous allocation. Both sequential and direct access are supported. For direct access, address of kth block of the file which starts at block B can easily be obtained as B plus K. This is extremely fast since the number of seeks are minimal because of contiguous allocation of file blocks. Disadvantages for contiguous allocation. This method suffers from both internal and external fragmentation. Increasing file size is difficult because the availability depends on the contiguous memory at a particular instance. Let's see about linked list allocation. In this method, each file is a linked list of disk blocks which need not be contiguous. It can be scattered anywhere on the disk. The directory entry contains a pointer from starting to ending file block. Each block contains a pointer to next blocks which are occupied by the file. The file zip in the following figure shows how randomly the blocks are distributed. The last block 25 contains 1 indicating a null pointer without pointing to any other blocks. Advantages of linked list allocation. This is very flexible in terms of file size. File size can be increased easily. This method does not suffer from external fragmentation. This makes relatively better in terms of memory utilization. Disadvantages of linked list. The file blocks are distributed randomly on the disk, so this makes linked list slower. It does not support random or direct access. Pointers are required in the linked list allocation. Let's see about indexed allocation. In this method, a special block known as the index block, which contains the pointer to all. The blocks are occupied by a file. Each file has its own index block. The ith entry in the index blocks contains the disk addresses of the ith file block. The directory entry contains the address of index block as shown in the below figure. Advantages of indexed allocation method. This supports direct access to the blocks. It overcomes the problem of external fragmentation. Therefore, it also provides faster access to the file blocks. Disadvantages of indexed allocation method. The pointer overhead for indexed allocation will be greater than linked allocation. If the file size is small, that expands only 2 to 3 blocks. The pointer which is insufficient in terms of memory utilization, it keeps on an entire block for allocation. If the file size is large, single index block may not be able to hold all the pointers. The mechanism that can be used to resolve this are linked scheme, multi-level index, combined scheme. Let's see about linked scheme. For holding the pointer, it requires 2 or more index blocks. Every index block contains a pointer or address of the next index block. Multi-level index. In this scheme, first level index block is used to point to the second level index blocks, which in turn points to the disk blocks occupied by the file. This can be extended to 3 or more levels depending on the file size. Combined scheme. In this scheme, a special block called the inode, which is also called information node, contains all the information about the file such as the name, size, authority, etc. as shown in the below figure. First few of these pointers in the inode points to the direct blocks. Next few pointers points to the indirect block. Indirect blocks may be single indirect, double indirect, or triple indirect. Single indirect is the block that does not contain the file data but contains the disk address. Double indirect is also similar to that. Purpose of allocation method. Allocation methods such as the ones described above are used to assign participants to two or more study groups. Usually the allocation is used to remove co-founders. Thank you.